Welcome to my channel. I hope y'all decide to stay a little. Basically this channel is just going to be a way for me to kind of be able to kind of document like my progress in a sense, and then also be able like to share that with y'all. So I hope that y'all enjoy it. I'm an avid rock climber. I have been, not for that long. I've been climbing for a little bit under a year now, so I'm not like super good, but yeah. Today I'm going to be doing strength training. It's Saturday, so you're not really going to see a bunch of like actual rock climbing. You'll just see kind of like my strength training and like what I do on like, you know, strength training days. So as a rock climber, like the majority of it is going to be a lot of your core. So I always have a designated core day where I strictly only do core. However, I do core like with every workout that I do. I always have to at least do 15-20 minutes of core. So today I'm going to be doing a full core workout. So we're looking at anywhere between 30-35 minutes depending on how long it takes me. I'm hoping to not try to break it, like to have like a big break in between, that way I can get through it faster. But then I'm going to be doing like hangboards and finger grip strength training. So y'all get to see that. So I'm in my gym right now in the restrooms. I just put up my stuff, so I'm gonna give y'all kind of like a quick tour and then we'll go start the workout. Okay, so to start off the tour, over here on the left side are gonna be the bouldering walls. I briefly showed them, but over here are where I love to climb the most. These are top rope / lead climb walls. They are super fun and super tall and super scary. Okay, so this video is actually sped up, but the first thing I did whenever I got there was I started stretching. I just did some basic stretches just to kind of get my muscles warm and make sure that I wasn't going to pull anything whenever I started my actual workout. I always like to stretch before I do any sort of workout or any sort of climbing, just to make sure that my muscles are nice and warm, and then obviously I'll do like a warm-up and everything before I go into the workout. Okay, so I start off my workout doing these in and outs. In and outs are super core engaging, especially with your lower abs. So I actually did 25 of these. I did cut around in the video, so that way y'all wouldn't actually have to sit there and watch me do all 25. But I went straight into these weighted in and outs. Weighted in and outs are one of my favorite core exercises. They're actually super hard. But I'm using a bar for it, and this is a 25-pound bar. I wouldn't recommend doing anything more just because it can be kind of difficult. However, you could do a little bit more of a bigger bar if you wanted to. You could go up to 35, and then you could also add weights on the side. I didn't though, but you could add like 2 pounds or 5 pounds on each side to increase the weight, but I wouldn't recommend using a bigger bar than the 25-pound just because it is a lot to carry. But you'll notice I never let my feet touch the ground. I do take a couple of breaks like in between reps, but I'm always keeping my feet off the ground to ensure that my abs stay engaged. And these are excruciating. They hurt very bad, but I'm doing 10 of these. And then after I do those 10, I'll go ahead and I'll do regular in and outs again, straight into that, not taking a break. And I'll do 15 more to end the set. And then you'll see again, I'm taking a break, letting my legs dangle, just because of how painful this exercise actually is and how much it hurts your abs. Okay, so the next exercise I'm going into is these penguins. They're super funny, and you kind of look like a dork doing them. You actually feel like a penguin while you do them. But they're super good, and they're super core engaging as well. So I'm going to do 50 taps. Each tap that I'm doing on each leg counts as half of a tap. So I have to touch both of my toes in order for it to count as one. And then after that, I'm going straight into my side crunches. Side crunches are also super core engaging, especially with those side muscles, as it targets those little hip muscles as well. And then one of the things that I'm doing whenever I'm doing this is making sure I'm keeping my legs super tight together, and I'm using my core to pull my body up, not using my arm. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll flip to the other side, and I'll do the same thing. I'll do 50 of them. And then I'm also being careful not to use my shoulder to pull myself up, and use my arm, and I'm making sure that I'm not pulling on my neck either. Also here, I'm just pulling up my leggings because they were falling down a little bit. The next thing I'm going into is these weighted planks. So I'm using a 10-pound weight. You can go up, but I actually hold this for a full minute, and it is terrible. I did have to take a break at like 40 seconds because I could not do it. But I did do another plank and I ended up finishing the set to finish at a full minute. But yeah, you'll see me start to shake in a second. Okay, so the next thing I'm going into are these flutter kicks. I think that's what you call them, flutter kicks. But I just have my hands right underneath my butt just to help kind of cushion my butt because the ground does hurt whenever you do these. Not even gonna lie, it does hurt. But I'm just keeping my core engaged and keeping my feet from touching the ground and keeping my shoulder blades off the ground as well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is Russian twist with a twist. I'm actually using a medicine ball for this. I think I used an 8-pound ball if I'm not mistaken, but you can go up in weight as well. It's kind of up to you. And then whenever I go to one side, I'm dropping the medicine ball and then catching it as well, just to ensure that I'm actually fully twisting my body and also to make sure that I'm holding that twist as well. Even if it's just for like that half a second, there has to be like some sort of hold. Also keeping my ankles off the ground. You can modify it and keep your ankles on the ground. However, we want that 6-pack, so we gotta keep our ankles up. Okay, so after I did 50 of those Russian twists, I'm just kind of stretching out my muscles again and taking a break, and then I'll actually repeat this cycle again and do 2 rounds. Okay, I thought it'd be so cool just to show y'all my view and what I was looking at the whole time I was doing my abs. I actually just get to watch people climb the whole time, so it's super cool. Okay, so I had to take off my shirt because I was dying in this workout, but I'm going into my next thing, which is going to be these tuck-ups. I'm going to do 3 sets of 10 of these, and I'm making sure that I'm doing these nice and slow and controlled, and that just ensures that I'm actually using my abs and using my whole core to pull my legs up. Hangboard time, my favorite. It's actually so hard because you always end up tearing like a callus or something on these. But I went ahead and I just chalked up to make sure that I could actually hang on. And I'm doing all 4 fingers to start off. I'm just holding 10 seconds, I think is what I held it for. But I'm just holding that and then I'll come down and I'll take a break. The next hold I'm going to do is going to be my first 2 fingers. So I'll go ahead and I'll do the same thing, and I hold this for at least 6 seconds, and then I'll come down again and I'll take a break. Next thing I'm going to do is going to be my 2 middle fingers, and I'll hold this one for 6 seconds as well, and then I'll come down and take another break. All right, so I've done 3 holds in total, and then what I'm doing in between the holds is I'm doing like yoga and different types of stretches. I actually sped this up, so I'm actually going through the flow. Don't worry, guys. I'm actually holding these. I'm not going super fast through them, but I did speed this up 2 times the speed. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead, and whenever I'm doing my holds, usually with my hangboards, I try to do at least 10 holds in total. I don't show any more of the holds just because, I mean, y'all already saw me do them. It's fine. But yeah, I'm finishing up my yoga sequence, and then what you're actually seeing me is getting chalked up to go for my second round of my holds. And yes, I gotta get in the chalk. I love my chalk. My chalk bag, my chalk, my favorite thing ever. I actually have unicorn chalk. I forget what brand it is, but there's a picture of a unicorn on it, and it's my favorite thing ever. All right. Well, thank you for joining Core Day with me. It was a great Saturday. I actually changed in these really cute jeans and then a t-shirt from Earthbound. I was kind of vibing in the bathroom for some reason. It was kind of weird, but I also liked it. It was chill. Hope y'all enjoyed seeing me work out because, you know, it was great. It was great. I feel like one of the hardest things about this whole pandemic is the masks. It's so hard to try to work out like that, but I feel like by the time we're done with masks, my stamina is going to be great because I won't have a mask. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Also, I want to do a Q&A for my next video. So if y'all could like comment questions on there that y'all want to know. Also, I'm going to leave my socials down below, so feel free to send me questions as well to my socials, and I'll be answering them in the next video. All right, bye guys.